Before we get into it, subscribe because queens don't walk alone. All right, let me make this very clear today. You don't bend. Not for convenience, not for charm, not for loneliness, not for a maybe, not for potential, not for almost, and not for a man who gives you just enough to keep you from leaving, but never enough to truly stay. A queen doesn't bend, she holds, because she understands this. What bends under pressure breaks under love. It breaks. The standard is this: your boundaries are not flexible, depending on who's asking. Your value does not soften depending on how long it's been since someone held you. Your clarity is not seasonal. Your worth is not circumstantial. You don't adjust your standard because the room got quiet. You don't shrink your expectations because you're tired of starting over. You don't make exceptions because standards don't have exceptions. They are laws. This is feminine discipline. It's the ability to hold your center, even when the emotional pulse says, just reply, it won't hurt, one more text. You can be the bigger person. Maybe this time he means it. But let's be honest, every time you bend, even a little, you retrain your nervous system to tolerate the misalignment you work so hard to walk away from. You don't bend. You breathe. You center yourself. You hold. Let's talk about where you are slipping and how you justify it. It's not that you don't know your worth. It's that in those quiet, vulnerable moments, you make micro negotiations with yourself. You say, it's just a text. I'll go, but I won't expect anything. He's trying, I think. I've been too hard. Maybe I need to show some grace. But listen to me closely. Grace is not the same as access. Compassion is not the same as contact. Forgiveness does not mean availability. And every time you bend a little, here's what's happening. You start reopening doors you once had the courage to close. You stop listening to the version of you that left for a reason. You confuse emotional temptation with spiritual alignment. You don't lose your crown in one dramatic fall. You lose it in the slow, soft slide. Yeah, sliding off your head slowly and softly, giving in to something you already outgrew. So I'm going to say this with love and strength, and because I care about you. Stop negotiating with your own clarity. Stop. If it was aligned, he would still be here. If it was misaligned 6 months ago, it's still misaligned now. If it hurts then, it's not healed just because time passed. And if you had to beg for effort, explain your worth, or bend your boundary, it's not love, it's labor. And you are not available to carry what a man refuses to lead. What happens when a man senses you'll bend? Right? Simple. He calibrates to your lowest enforcement level. Let me explain. Most men aren't trying to deceive you. Some are. But they're all observing. They're sensing, waiting to see how far I can go. Where does she fold? What emotion can I press that make her soften? If your boundary only holds when you're angry but collapses when you're lonely, it's not a boundary. It's a bluff. And the moment a man senses that your no has a soft edge, that's just really just a soft no. He doesn't think, wow, she's compassionate. He thinks she'll still pick up the phone. She'll still come over. And now you've taught him that your standard bends. If he times it right, yeah. A man will always take what's offered, but he'll only value what's enforced. And that is why your discipline must outlast his charm. This isn't just about the man. This is about you and your nervous system, love. Because explaining, bending, justifying, all of it takes a toll. It's not about clarity. It's about comfort. It's a subconscious attempt to protect yourself from rejection or loneliness. You bend because you're afraid that holding the line means losing him. But if someone only stays when you don't hold your standard, what are you actually holding on to? Let me say this clearly. Your nervous system is not your decision maker. Your crown is. You are not weak for slipping. You are not broken for bending. You are trained and you can retrain yourself. Right? To breathe through the urge, to pause when it feels urgent, to trust that discomfort is not a signal to collapse. It's a signal to hold. And yes, it might feel lonely at first. It will. But what's lonelier? Holding a boundary for peace or bending for company and waking up in regret? Here's your decree today. And it's final. You don't bend. Not today, not this week, not anymore. You do not respond to half-effort messages. You do not soften your standard because someone said the right thing at the right time. You do not pick up that call at 11 p.m. or 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. You do not over-explain why you've been quiet. You do one thing. You hold. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's unfamiliar, even if your nervous system screams, just say something, respond to him. Today you hold your silence. You hold your line. You hold your peace. Because your future depends on what you do with your discomfort now. Say this with me. I don't bend. Not for charm, not for history, not for potential. I don't bend to be liked. I don't bend to feel safe. I don't bend to keep the peace when it costs my own. I hold. I protect. I honor the woman I've become. And I do not betray her just to keep someone who doesn't know what to do with her. My boundary is not a warning. It's a final decision. And I've made it, right? Let this land clearly with all love. If you bend, you break. If you bend, you break. Every time you soften your no, a part of you says, my peace is negotiable. But from this moment forward, your peace is not a negotiation. Your value is not an open discussion. Your boundary is not a training ground for someone else's maturity. Queens don't bend. We breathe, we hold, We wait for what aligns, not for what manipulates. If it's real, it won't ask you to lower yourself. And if it's not real, no amount of bending will make it fit. None. Hold your standard. Hold your standard today, Queen. And subscribe. Stay tuned in, because queens don't walk alone. They lead. As always, stay crowned and stay blessed. Have a great day.